Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am a mediator hired by the old man Jones. My name is Cao Zhi. Today we are going to talk about the relationship between Jones and Smith and give an outlook on the circle of conflict model. The Jones has a big family with large number of children. Because of the low literacy and unemployment, the community, especially the Smiths, treats the family like troublemaker and dirt. On the other side of town, the Smith has a large family group in the community, and they are influential and respected. The conflict becomes more aggressive because of Ross. My client, the Jones, still want to live in the community and have a normal family like everyone else. The circle of conflict is a model of conflict along with 5 main drivers including relationship, value, mood, data, and structure can offer a framework to address the underlying causes of conflict toward resolution. Firstly, according to the relationship point, the conflict occurs as a result of negative experience, miscommunication, stereotypes, and repetitive negative behavior. The Jones has not been accepted by the Smiths and the community since they returned to live 5 years earlier. However, they were never told directly. It was said that they had a history of trouble. Their relationship was terrible since the beginning, and the repetitive negative behaviors make the relationship worse. Secondly, values and beliefs held by the conflict parties can contribute to the conflict. The Jones moved to the community and just want a home like everyone else. The Jones said, if the community treats them like dirt, then they will look after themselves. That is, they can be isolated to live in the community and won't need a relationship or communication with others. However, for the Smiths, they want to build a strong and respected community, not just a place to live. They have very strong sense of group affiliation and loyalty. That is why they cannot accept those aggressive behaviors from the Jones family. Thirdly, there were 2 brawls happened on those 2 families. The old man Jones' house was approached by a number of people armed with sticks. They threw rocks through a window and also hurled cheese. The first brawl made Jones' family cranky. The next night, the Jones paid back the inflicted a reprisal attack on members of the Smith family. Their aggressive and emotional behavior made the conflict situation more difficult to deal with. Then, Furlong stated that data conflict occurs when the information that the parties are working with is incorrect or incomplete. The Jones and the Smiths have no conception about the conflict and conflict resolution. When conflict occurs, they choose aggressive action to deal with rather than communication. The Smiths may not be aware of the Jones that has a big family with a 5, and they did not trust the Jones that they can educate well his children. On the other side, the Jones are not aware of the grave consequences by hitting the kids. He thinks even those kids were hit by Jones' children, they were not seriously hurt. Their lack of information about the consequence of conflict. The last one is about structural conflict. Unequal authority and control of resources can cause structural conflicts. The old man Jones, as an employed fisherman, has no authority to make the decision needed. In contrast, the Smiths are influential in the community and they are able to form a committee to kick those people out. Those two families have a large difference on authority and control of resources. Now we talk to circle of conflict and other model. The circle model addresses the causes and more sense of conflict through relationship, value, structure, data, and the external point to avoid fighting between parties. However, it also has some negative points. To achieve the target, the circle is divided into two parts, the upper and lower half. The upper half includes values, relationships, and externals, and the lower half includes data, interest, and structure. It is easier and more effective in solving the lower half, and the parties cannot directly solve the upper half. Also, it does not mention about the power influence. The dimensions of conflict model can be used to address the problem. Furlong stated that the cognitive, emotional, and behavioral dimensions of this model offer a versatile means for assessing influential perspective, governing feelings, and conduct propensity related to the conflict. The Smith is influential in the community and has many important positions in the organization. The perspectives of Mr. Smith about John's family can influence other community members' ideas. Some families even are not affected by the Johns, but they just follow the powerful people's idea and think the Johns are rubbish. Finally, we talk about recommendations. Firstly, positive communication can be arranged between those parties. For example, written materials and the evidence relating to the case can be prepared by parties before their discussion. Parties' motivation, data, and interest also can be shown on the written paper. Second, a more active and powerful intermediary should be involved to impose a structure and process on the discussions that is designed to move to parties toward mutual understanding and win-win agreements. Thirdly, to achieve a strategic direction from the circle of conflict, Furlong also stated that it is easier to solve data and structure conflicts than value, relationship, and external issues. Several issues have to be identified on the discussion as follows. Raise the issue that their houses were approached by each other. They need to adjust their intentions and good ways to work for both families. Raise the fact that John's children hit other kids in the community. John and his children have to know that it is illegal and can be reported. Raise the issue that the literacy level of John's children is very low. Higher education level can help them to correct the behaviors and open their horizon. Raise the issue about what the Johns think about community. They need to notice that strong and respected community can give them a good life environment rather than troubles. Raise the issue that brawls cannot solve any problem. In contrast, brawls can destroy more assets. More communications can be arranged rather than fighting. Raise the issue that the committee formed by the Smiths can be used more effectively rather than kicking people out. The committee can educate adults about the importance of community peace and loyalty. They also can arrange children group activity in order to generate the sense of teamwork and responsibility. In conclusion, if they all want to make a positive settlement and cooperate with mediators, they could be in good relationship in the future.